Hey, welcome back guys. In this video I'd like to show you how to make Hellfire jewelry. You can make either a Hellfire Amulet or a Hellfire Ring. Preferably, I'm sure everybody would rather make a Hellfire Amulet now that they're out. I hope you guys are enjoying the new patch 2.1.2. I certainly have. Definitely see more damage in my characters. But let's get started. There are 4 acts where each 4 of the Keywardens are at. There are 4 Keywardens. 1 in Act 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, let's start with Act 1. In Act 1 you need to go to the Fields of Misery. I know it's a bigger map, but you can run around, maybe stay on the outside edges, which I like to do personally. I typically find them more and I cover more ground running around. Now, another thing about Keywardens, once you do find them, they don't always drop the keys. And I don't know if the different torment levels really affect the chance of them dropping the keys, but as long as you're playing in a torment 1 through 6, I think it's still like a 25% chance drop rate. I always play in T6 just because of the XP, but if you can't handle it, I don't think it matters. But I will talk about later about T6 being a big factor when you start fighting Uber bosses, but we'll talk about that later in this video. So, in Act 1, Fields of Misery, when you find him, you'll kill him. You'll get a Key of Bones. That's the first key that you need to start with. Once you collect that key, let's move on to the second act. In the second act, we need to move on to Dahlgur Oasis. I know Dahlgur Oasis is also another big map, but as I said in the first, just run on the outskirts and you'll cover more ground that way. And by chance, if you cover all the ground from the outskirts and there's only just the center parts of the map, just run through the middle, of course, finish clearing the map, but typically I find them on the outskirts. So, once you kill the Keywarden in Act 2, you're going to get the Key of Gluttony. Now, after the Key of Gluttony, we need to move on to Act 3. So we're going to Stonefort to get the Key of War. This is a smaller map, thank God, so it's a little bit easier. Just quickly run through, and there are some places where this Keywarden does, I kind of say, hide. When you get around to a certain corner, there's these like down steps that like go through this back way. I didn't show it in this video, but he does hide there every so often. But once you do find the Keywarden, you'll get the Key of War. Now you guys, you have 3 keys. So last but not least, for the Keywardens, we're going to Act 4, and we're going to the Silver Spire level 1. This area is, I think, easy as well. Stonefort and the Silver Spire are shorter maps to me, especially if you're playing on fast characters, which I'm always doing when I'm hunting for certain things. Crusader or Demon Hunter are really good for that. Once you find this Keywarden after running around, he will drop the Key of Evil. It looks like a stone, lava stone type thing. There are chances of Keywardens dropping the wrong key. There's also chances of Keywardens dropping multiple keys. It's really rare for them to do that, but it's awesome when they do it, because I mean, who doesn't like to get extra keys? It saves you a few trips if necessary to get enough keys to make machines, which we'll be talking about right now. So, to make a machine, you're going to need all 4 keys from each act, Act 1 through 4. Once you make each machine, you're going to need to make, I think, a Machine of Bones, the Gluttony, and War Evil. Each one of those machines will be used to get inside of the little house inside of New Tristram, so you can open up the portals to fight the Uber bosses. The Uber bosses are easy for me on my characters because I do a lot of damage on the Demon Hunter. I prefer the Demon Hunter or playing with Demon Hunters because you can just throw your turrets down, sit back, and just kill things really quickly, as you will see. Play on T6. This is the thing I was telling you guys in the beginning of the video. It is now a 100% chance drop rate to get the organs from these Uber bosses by playing in T6. Now, this is the place that I'm telling you T6 does matter. If you play in anything lower, the chances have reduced for you to get some of the organs from these Uber bosses. So if you can play in T6 or get a party together to play in T6 to get these organs, it's a 100% chance. So each Uber boss is different. I think the hardest one for sure is definitely the Diablo fight. I believe that's evil. The first fight where you fight Leoric, really, it's not much. It's just the Skeleton King and Magda. I think the only thing that lasts the longest is Magda because she keeps throwing up her shield and summoning a few things, but in the end, like I said, playing with Demon Hunters, super easy. Just throw your turrets down, avoid the arcane, avoid the stuff she shoots out at you, and of course, every so often while you're killing the Skeleton King, watch out for him teleporting and swinging his axe at you or his little weapon. Next, we need to move on to the second fight. Second fight is really easy. You just you need to watch out for Gom's poison gas. They both die really quickly in T6 again with Demon Hunters, but that's one of the fastest fights. Just throw down your turrets. They don't hide. They don't put up shields. Kill it, and you'll get a vial of putridness, which is the second organ. For the third fight, guys, you will be fighting Zoltan Cool, and I forget the other big guy's name, but they're both easy. You do need to watch out for the big guy. He does grab you and shake you up a bit, and he can slam you down and kill you, so do not be in his reach if you can. Zoltan Cool does drop rocks, puts up those little bubbles to slow you down, and of course the tornadoes. If you can just stay on the outskirts and dodge them, watch out for you. It'll be another easy fight if you're playing on the Demon Hunter. And you will get the Idol of Terror, which is the third organ. Now, last but not least, this one is a bit more tricky. Fighting Diablo for the fourth organ, which you'll get a Heart of Evil for the fourth organ. First off, Diablo summons people based off of his health. So when you first kill Diablo, his health will, once you get him down a fourth of health, so he's got 75% health left, he will summon his first Uber boss like helper, and it's random. It's not always the same person, so it could be any of the bosses we fight throughout the story mode of Diablo. Then once he gets to half health, he'll start summoning more people, and then I think to a quarter health left, when he only has 25% left, he starts summoning multiple of himself, and then after that it's dead. So in the end, you are fighting 3 Uber bosses plus Diablo multiplying himself. Okay guys, that is 4 organs now. That's the hardest part, is fighting the Uber bosses, and it really is not that hard, especially like I said, if you play on a really strong character. Once you have all the 4 organs, most of you may or may not have this, but if you don't, you need to go to Act 2 to talk to Squirt the Peddler to get the plans to make the Hellfire Ring or Amulet. I suggest buying both, but be careful when you go there. She does sell the past plan for the level 60 Hellfire Rings, which you don't need. So make sure you buy the plans that are worth 5 million each. Then guys, take those plans, teach them to your jeweler, and then just craft and forge your own jewelry. Now, it does take 10 Forgotten Souls to make a Hellfire Ring, or, I believe a Hellfire Ring, but a Hellfire Amulet for sure, 10 Forgotten Souls plus the 4 organs. Once you make that, guys, you'll have your first Hellfire Amulet, and I hope you guys get a good one. Just repeat the process until you guys can make a good Hellfire one. Now, there is also a community out there that you can join where you only have to have like 1 machine to open up for the Uber bosses, and the rest of the party will open up a separate portal, so that could also save you time. I forgot the name of the community, look it up. I saved some time doing that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know some of you may already know how to do the Hellfire Amulet runs, but for those of you who don't, please help me out, subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.